In this video, I'm going to discuss how my recruitment agency made over $100,000 in the first year. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Natasha, the business recruiter. Welcome back to my channel. So in order to be able to bring in a significant amount of income, it's important to understand that one of the contributing factors to that is going to be your clientele, meaning how many clients do you have? Is it enough to be able to hit your goal? Or if you only have a few clients, do you have enough requisitions in order to be able to, again, hit what your revenue goal is going to be? Now, one of the steps that you actually have to take in order to be able to get that clientele is actually understanding how do you actually go about acquiring those clients. And there's a bunch of different ways that are out there and a bunch of different ways that I've also talked about throughout my YouTube videos. But one way that I'd want to share with you today is actually in regards to Boolean strings. And Boolean strings is one of those things where I feel like it's known, but not enough people know about it. It's a great way for you to be able to pinpoint direct decision makers that you actually want to reach out to. And on the flip side, you can also use Boolean strings in terms of identifying qualified candidates for maybe niche or hard to fill roles. Now, before we go any further, let's actually discuss what a Boolean string is. Now, a Boolean string is made up of a bunch of different combinations in regards to determining what is going to be feasible in terms of what it actually is that you're looking for. And those combinations consist of keywords as well as what we like to call Boolean operators. And the common Boolean operators are and, or, and not. And in addition to those keywords as well as those Boolean operators, you also have parentheses as well as quotation marks that are associated with you actually putting a full Boolean string together. Boolean strings become really helpful in that it really targets the information that you are seeking in terms of the decision maker that you are looking to target. It tends to be very accurate compared to you just doing a broad search in terms of individuals that you would like to reach out to. Ultimately, one of the best benefits of a Boolean string is that it bypasses all of the information that's going to be associated with criteria that's not going to be useful for you in terms of your actual search and identifying the appropriate decision maker. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, then be sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button as well as that bell so that you can get notified of all of my videos that do drop weekly. Now, in terms of operators, those are going to be an important component to you being able to put together your Boolean string. So it's important that you understand exactly how they work. In terms of those operators, again, and, or not, they each serve a purpose. Let's take and for example. And is basically creating a relationship between two search terms. Meaning, let's say for example, you're searching for someone who is in software, but also engineering. Utilizing the operator of and ensures that you are only pulling results that contain those two components. And ultimately, this means that it's pulling results that include both of those search terms. Now, let's take or for example. Or gives you the opportunity to really have a variety, meaning that you can either be looking for either of the terms that you're searching for. For example, if you have two terms that are actually similar in nature, it's important that you do search for those in order to be able to identify decision makers that may fall within either or. Meaning, let's say for example, you're taking a look at someone within the financial services space and you're looking for decision makers that maybe have a finance background or accounting background. Again, you can use the operator of or to look for either of those in terms of pulling results for you from a decision maker's perspective. Now, I know that this is a lot of information in regards to Boolean strings, so I think one of the key components is to actually take a look at putting one of these Boolean strings together and actually what this looks like within LinkedIn. So let's say, for example, you want to take a look within LinkedIn for an accountant, and maybe you're actually looking for some form of a cost accountant. And maybe this individual is going to be within a decision-making body that will ultimately be able to yield you a client. Or on the flip side, be able to yield you candidates to fill requisitions for your client. You can actually go about utilizing Boolean strings in order to search LinkedIn in a more faceted way. So you actually want to put this together by starting with identifying the site. As mentioned, we're going to discuss LinkedIn. From there, you actually want to leverage parentheses as well as quotation marks in order to distinguish exactly what it is that you're looking for. In this case, we're going to say we're looking for either a cost accountant, a regular accountant, or a cost analyst, because either of these titles could potentially put us in a position where we're able to find exactly what we're looking for. From there, you can go ahead and then search leveraging this Boolean string. Now again, your Boolean strings can be as simple or as complex as you want them to be, remembering that the more complex they are, the more targeted they're going to be in terms of the search results that they're actually providing you. Again, you can use this information not only to search for targeted decision makers, but you can also leverage it in terms of identifying potential candidates to fill requisitions. Ultimately, there's a bunch of different ways in which you can go about finding clients. And this is just one of the many ways that maybe is not as known as other ways that are out there, such as cold emailing or cold calling. I hope that you found this video to be helpful, and I hope that you actually use Boolean strings to your advantage in terms of your search for clients. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.